Hi, welcome to the Old Geezer's Diary. My name's Chris, and I think you me for if you've been watching the Old Geezer's Diary on and off. I've been making it for a long time, but I stopped this spring when I started to develop homemade TV. But this is actually part of homemade TV now. It goes on the same YouTube channel as well as on the Old Geezer's Diary YouTube channel, and also onto a Facebook page as well. So it's all interesting stuff. And what I'm trying to do is create or kind of pull all my video work down onto one or two main channels and to actually do less work, which strikes me at the huge age of 74 as being kind of a good thing to do. I'm actually 74 next week. I'm quite proud of that in a way, really, because I've been messing about a long time and I quite like it, and I keep doing it. So there you go. Is anyone watching? No one at all. So what I say is secret until it gets out. No, what I'm trying to do really with the Old Geezer's Diary is to do more of a personal diary, which I like to share with a lot of friends. Really, that's all it comes down to. And I'm going to talk about things that interest me specifically. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because we all, at our increasing ages, have issues with the world as it stands and the world as it's going on. And from my point of view, I guess COVID has been an interesting one because one of the things that kind of bothers us all, I think, is the kind of lockdown, loneliness, being on your own, living on your own bit, that's affected many of us in some pretty adverse ways, I think, really. I feel very lucky, really, because back in 2000, 20 years ago, unbelievably, I had a year off and went sailing all on my Jack Jones. I had a fantastic time. But one of the things that happened then is I got used to and very comfortable with being on my own. Like a lot of people who do stuff on their own, I got to know how I worked to a degree, and I got to enjoy it actually, because one of the things that gets to you at times is when you look around at people. We all need other people, but in reality, we also need to have our own time and our own space. And I guess that's what I got used to then, although I was fairly used to it already, because in my adult life, I've lived a while on my own and quite enjoyed it. Okay, so that's just a viewpoint, really, I guess you would say. I think we ought to, all of us ought to get used to being a bit on our own and having some time on our own. I think it's true to say that a lot of people in our world now are on their own a lot of the time, and it's not good for many people because they're not used to it and they're not prepared for it. But if you are, I think that being on your own can be refreshing, pleasant and enjoyable, and I quite like it. I still quite like it. I go out on my own sometimes. Dot goes out on her own with friends and on her own with events that she wants to go to, and I do the same. And I'm going to join or bring you with me, I hope, on some of those outings and some of those events that I go to with the Old Geezer's Diary in the future weeks and months. I've got a load of kit that I can use to actually bring a little chat to you and hopefully get you to join in. I notice we've got someone watching live. I hope you're finding it interesting. And if you've got a comment to make or want to tell me who you are, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so that's a little comment about loneliness. I don't think loneliness is bad. I think being on your own is actually good for you as a human being. It's also very good to have the company of other people, but there you have it. Oh, my machine is having a moment of truth because it's feeling a bit underpowered, but we'll keep going until it conks out. The other thing I wanted to say today, and I'd like to get your feelings on this as well, is our mighty government, because the thing that's getting to me right now, I don't know about you, but the thing that's getting to me right now is the level of kind of incompetence. Well, it's young Alan now Abbott out there. Good morning, young Alan. God, to sort my teeth out, Alan Abbott, and it's delightful to have you with me, Alan. It's nice to have friends across the country, especially someone like you who gets involved and likes to have a natter. I hope you're well, and I hope you're doing well. Mind out for those pints of beer. So there you have it. Really, it's. I think the government is incompetent at what they're trying to do all the time. They're trying to do more and more, I think, things that aren't really relevant to most of us. And in many ways, they're doing them in an incompetent way. I think the thing with the young people and their struggles with the exam results is awful. How the hell do you get in a situation where you upset everybody? What you do is you think of something that just suits you as a government, as an organisation, and you don't think about what the people are interested in, the people who are affected by this, young people, people just starting out in their lives, and effectively the government dumps on their heads, doesn't it, really? I think it's disgusting and awful. And I think our government, this government, if it's going to make the world work for itself and make our country work again, there's got to start taking account of the people who are on the receiving end. That's what I think is happening, is that they say, oh, we'll do this and we'll do this, and then they go ahead and do that and that without reference to the people who are affected. And I think that's an awful way to govern a country. What we need to govern the country for is to benefit the people who are in that country. And that's us. And we're the ones who need to benefit. We're the ones who need to really be getting the good deals, as it were, not the bankers, not the rich people, but the ordinary people who actually work and struggle with the current situation. We need supporting and looking after. And that's what we have a government for. We don't have a government to look after rich people. We don't have a government to ignore the needs of the ordinary people in the street. That's going to do me for today, because otherwise I'll get bloody annoyed. My name's Chris Gosling. This is the Old Geezer's Diary. It's on Homemade TV. If you've got something you want to say, I'd love to hear it. If you'd like to make a video about it, I'd love to see it. All you have to do is get in touch, and the details of what you need to do are I'm just wagging a finger over here somewhere, That's really difficult to do. Okay, and I will see you soon. You mind how you go, and take care of yourselves. Governments says, let me just go back to Alan and see what he's got to say. Governments, like big businesses, are always out for themselves, not people. Well, do you know, Alan, I do agree with you, and I do think that is seriously wrong. Okay, I'm Chris. This is the Old Geezer's Diary, and there'll be another edition of the diary coming up pretty damn soon, and I hope you can join me for it. I'll see you soon.